This review for The Man with the Golden Gun has spoilers. For week 9 of the weekly James Bond movie marathon, I saw the 9th movie in the franchise, The Man with the Golden Gun. My rating for The Man with the Golden Gun is a 2 out of 5, and here's why. The Man with the Golden Gun, originally released back in 1974, is directed by Guy Hamilton. It stars Roger Moore as James Bond, Britt Ekland, Christopher Lee, Maud Adams, and Hervé Villechaize. The story of The Man with the Golden Gun, it starts us off with the prologue with our first look at Francisco Scaramanga, the villain in this movie, where we see him duel with a mysterious person, and they duel in this kind of fun house. It is a very interesting concept with Francisco Scaramanga wanting to duel his opponent. The story continues with James Bond receiving a letter which was sent to British Secret Service, where it was addressed to Bond, and it contained a golden bullet with his insignia 007 on it. With the fear of Scaramanga getting to Bond, M would resign him from service for the time being. Bond would secretly go off to investigate the whereabouts of Scaramanga. His investigation would lead him all over the world, from Beirut to Macau to Hong Kong, and ending up in Bangkok, Thailand. As James Bond goes through his investigation, he ends up finding where Scaramanga lives and ends up eliminating Scaramanga. The Man with the Golden Gun is not one of my favorite of the James Bond films, although it does have some exciting moments and some funny parts in it. The story of The Man with the Golden Gun is very convenient. There are so many opportunities in the story where the villain could have killed James Bond, but the villain is a man of honor, which led to the end battle sequence in the funhouse of Scaramanga, where they did their final duel. He wanted it to be that way. He had pleasure in the game and the chase. I mean, there's some very poor writing in this one, and the inclusion of Sheriff Pepper from Live and Let Die. He was on vacation in Thailand where he runs into James Bond and they end up going on a car chase like how they had the boat chase in Live and Let Die. But don't get me wrong, in this movie there are some memorable moments. Like in that car chase, they did a stunt where they would jump a car and have it do a barrel roll to the other side, which was a world record at that time. With the villain being very convenient, he is memorable. The fact that he has that golden gun, and he is essentially James Bond's equal in terms of their skill. With Scaramanga, another memorable thing about this movie is his henchman, his sidekick, Nick Nack. Nick Nack being a little person. He is a very memorable character because he has a flamboyant yet poised personality with this character, Nick Nack. Also, that's something memorable in this movie is the fact that they showcased karate or kung fu or simply martial arts in this movie. During the 70s and early 60s, there was a rise in martial arts films with the likes of Bruce Lee. So they kind of shared in that aspect to showcase martial arts in this movie. Another thing that's memorable is the Lady in the Water. When James Bond visits Haifat's palace, there's a naked lady swimming in a swimming pool, and her name so happens to be very sexual in its innuendo. Her name is Chu Mi. Of course, James Bond played it off with another quip. With the title song of The Man with the Golden Gun, it is sung by Lulu. It seems like they tried to come up with another song to match the same level as Live and Let Die, but to be honest, it just fell flat to me. It's still catchy, but not one of my favorite James Bond themes. The acting was alright, and the action set pieces, some of them were good. Some of these action set pieces were unique, like with the boat chase in the Bangkok canals. They tried to match the level of the martial arts action like the martial arts films that were released around that time, but it really didn't compare to that level, unfortunately. Again, this is not one of the best James Bond movies out there. Since the start of Roger Moore's arc as James Bond, each movie is its individual mission from here on out. There is no constant storyline that connects them all, like with Sean Connery and George Lazenby as James Bond in their movies, with the exception of Goldfinger, of course. That is my review of The Man with the Golden Gun. Next week, for week 10 of the weekly James Bond movie marathon, it's The Spy Who Loved Me. Thank you for watching this review. Make sure to like this video. Comment down below what your thoughts on The Man with the Golden Gun are. And don't forget to subscribe to the SpellGo YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.